Are we really in this country going to have two 80-year-olds running for president? It is a fact that when you are their age, you have mental decline.
All right, Nikki Haley this morning, the latest polling in South Carolina shows her more than 30 points behind Donald Trump ahead of the contest there in about 3 weeks. NewsNation contributor, Pulitzer Prize winning columnist George Will just got back from meeting with Haley. His new piece in the Washington Post, Haley is the last candle fending off darkness, and she's fired up. George Will with us now. You think she was talking about you too, past 80?
I told her I'm older than Biden.
And what was her response?
She laughed.
Yeah, well, you're not running for president, so I guess there you go. Okay, she's fired up. Is that enough? It wasn't enough in Iowa or New Hampshire.
No, but she's now going to spend 4 weeks pointing out something interesting to South Carolina voters. That is that Biden and Trump are in complete agreement on one thing. They both want Trump to secure the nomination quickly. And she's going to ask South Carolina voters, say, why do you suppose is that? And why won't he debate me? The answer is he's afraid. What's he afraid? He's afraid of her. She gets under his skin, and she enjoys getting under his skin. And she hopes to cause him to lose his composure, as he tends to do when up against a strong, articulate, unfazed woman.
Clifford Asness, donor to Nikki Haley as well as very successful investor. It was venture capital, speaking of his investment in Nikki Haley. High probability of waste, small probability of saving the country. I don't think it was a zero probability. She's in New York right now. She's got to get a war chest if she's going to take on Donald Trump, not just in South Carolina, where I think reasonable people can agree she's going to have a hard time. But at some point, she's got to win a state. That's how you get the nomination. Is she going to be able to get the money? And then, ... what state is she going to win?
Hopefully, they think they can win South Carolina. If she's 30 points behind Leland, she has to take 15 away from him, and you close the gap.
Okay. Delusion is not a trait we want in a president.
No, but grit and gallantry is. And we want a president who says, everyone says I'm wrong, everyone says I can't do it, watch. Now, you're quite right, she does have to win something, but she also, there's a reason to stay in this all the way to the convention, because something might happen. It might happen in a courtroom. There might be what journalists rather mincingly say, an actuarial event. Something might happen. Why not? Why not stay and see what happens?
Look, everyone would have said in 1992 to Bill Clinton when he announced, some Southern governor who'd been voted out and gave a terrible speech at the convention 4 years ahead of time, on and on and on. This would be my question, though, in terms of when you sit with her. Is there any part of your analysis here, and I must ask, that is not rose-colored in its glasses, but hopeful in its glasses, in that you fear both what would happen if Donald Trump was president, and you also fear that he might lose? I don't know which one you fear more.
Him being president.
Okay.
Easy question. No, there's no question, I suppose, that the wish can be the father of our thoughts occasionally. And no one is saying, she's not saying, that the odds are in her favor. She's saying, I can change the odds. Now, no one gave Harry Truman the slightest chance when the campaign began in the fall of 1948. He won.
Well, the newspaper didn't give him a chance on election night either.
That's
if we
exactly right.
The famous Dewey defeats Truman. I think this is interesting because she's making such a point about age. And it can cut two ways, because the Republican electorate, especially the Republican primary electorate, is overwhelmingly old. And I say that with respect, because there's a lot of old people I like. You, my parents included in this. Pew Research, 57% of Democrats are over 50. 70% of Republicans are over 50. Is there a risk in telling old people that you're too old?
Old people know this. Old people know that they age. Old people know lots of people who are old who have this problem. And they know that when Donald Trump says Joe Biden might get us into World War II, there's something wrong there.
Well, and Donald Trump has had a few of his own issues as well, as has Joe Biden. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.